Hello everyone and welcome to our latest Whirlwind Heights forecast and our updates. And in this forecast, I am going to discuss the significant severe weather that is coming to the country over the next few days, which includes isolated damaging winds, some large hail, and isolated tornadoes from the Midwest to the Ohio Valley. But we got a monster flooding threat that has been going on in the Ohio Valley over the past few days, and it is expected to continue today and tomorrow, where we can continue to see moderate risks of excessive rainfall and major flooding in West Virginia today and tomorrow. This is a big threat, and we need to be ready for this flash flooding event. We also have a major heat wave that is coming to the northern plains and the Great Plains, where we could easily see temperatures up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit above average. We also have a tropical storm in the Pacific Ocean that's expected to intensify to a hurricane too, and is expected to make direct landfall or at least impact Hawaii, where that it's a major problem because we could see storm surge, we could see some significant winds, and we could see coastal flooding. It's not a good situation, and some models are showing up to 2 feet of rainfall. I mean, I called it really early, but it is a very bad situation now over the next few days for Hawaii. So it is expected to make landfall or impact Hawaii tonight, and it is not a good situation. So, yeah. And the Atlantic Ocean has a few tropical disturbances, but it's not much. But then there's also some elevated fire risks. So, without much more time having this intro, let's roll the forecast. Alright guys, and we're going to start off by looking at our significant severe weather over the next few days, starting off with today, which we have a slight risk of severe weather for eastern Colorado. We have another slight risk of severe weather stretching down from the Ohio Valley into North Carolina. And our tornado risk is a 2% for Columbus, Cincinnati, Hamilton, and Dayton, into Muncie, and even Fort Wayne. We have a 15% damaging wind risk stretching down from the Ohio Valley down into North Carolina, which is what's driving this high risk here. There's also a damaging wind risk right here, 15% right here in eastern Colorado. And our hail risk is a 15% for eastern Colorado. This is also driving the high risk over here. Tomorrow is another slight risk of severe weather, essentially in the same areas. So, yeah, our tornado risk is 2%, and I completely missed another slight risk right here. And this slight risk is for the Ohio Valley in the Mid-Atlantic, and there's a slight risk right here in eastern Colorado. 2% tornado risk stretching down from the Ohio Valley into the Mid-Atlantic. Our damaging wind risk here is a 15%. We also have a 5% wind risk here. Our hail risk is a 15% here. So again, generally low. However, Tuesday could be a bit active. Could stir up some trouble. We got a 15% or a slight risk of severe weather for Nebraska and Iowa. And this could be something that could be relatively concerning in the long run. So we're going to keep close tabs on this, because it is a concerning risk of severe weather. Now we're going to go over the excessive rainfall outlooks, and this is where it's going to be the most significant. For today, there's going to be more flooding across the Ohio Valley. My hope this time is that it happens, that if any flooding happens at all, it just happens north of Indianapolis. Because the Ohio River, apparently a lot of bridges closed yesterday. So, yeah. But we're gonna keep close tabs on this. Again, very concerning. We could see destructive flash flooding for Lafayette, Muncie, Kokomo, Marion, Danville, and into Columbus. It just very concerning. And then there is a moderate risk of excessive rainfall tomorrow for right there in West Virginia. Guys, this could. Uh, I'm pretty sure this is a high elevation. If so, this could easily lead to landslides. So, I mean, there's a big landslide risk here in central West Virginia. But, but yeah, I mean, this is a concerning threat over the next few days. I mean, there's going to be easily flash flooding and possibly even landslides, so it is definitely concerning. Alright, so fire risk it's low. Alright, now I'm gonna go over the tropical storm. This right here is Tropical Storm Lala, which right now is around 63 miles per hour, and it is expected to intensify to a Category 1 hurricane this afternoon. The likely way it's going to go is that it's going to miss Hawaii a bit to the south, but that it's still going to probably cause some kind of impact to Hawaii. Now, this could just shift north again and go straight into Hawaii. We don't know. It could, I mean, that's still a risk. I mean, the southern coast is still in the cone of uncertainty. So, yeah. And then there's obviously this right here, tropical depression. And more disturbances out there in the Pacific Ocean. Alright, and then we have some activity in the Atlantic Ocean. 20% chance of development in the next 48 hours, 20% chance in the next 7 days. So it's very low. 10% chance of developing in the next 48 hours, 10% chance of developing in the next week. So this disturbance here, now west of the Western Antilles, is pretty low. But we also have a 0% chance of development in the next 48 hours and a 30% chance of development in the next week. So that's just south of our tropical depression. And there's another one here there's another tropical disturbance right here that has the same probabilities as the last one. 30% chance of development in the next week. So again, we got some tropical storms developing. Or not tropical storms developing, but just tropical, disturbances developing. Alright, and now we're going to go to our 300 millibar wind. And this is what it looks like in our jet stream right here on 300 millibar wind. This is the tropical storm Jada. And as you can see here, this hurricane makes direct landfall pretty much on Hawaii. And when it's done making landfall on Hawaii, it's honestly probably going to get even stronger. The GFS actually has this developing into something. Anyways, so this is what it's showing on GFS, 400 millibar wind, and this is 200 millibar wind. But yeah, it does show that a tropical storm does develop. It's a bit far out, so we don't know if this is going to truly develop. But I mean, it's close enough, which it's about a week out for what the GFS is showing. So I mean, it's something that you need to be ready for, but it's not something that you need to take it with a grain of salt. Let's go over the jet stream in the United States, which is actually very active right now in the United States, and it's expected to continue that way, where you keep seeing these troughs, and then we also have a ridge that's set up in the southwest, which keeps driving the jet stream, and yeah, overall, we have just major weather events being driven in this jet stream. I mean, potential. I mean, it's hard for me to speak today because, well, I mean, I woke up really early and just to make this forecast. Something I'm going to start getting used to. Don't worry. It's going to be a bit of time, but don't worry. I'm going to get used to this. Alright. And now we're going to go over the temperature anomaly in the United States, where we're in isolated locations. It can be up to 20 degrees Fahrenheit above average here in Kansas, but we're gonna have a heat wave here that's gonna stir up some problems. We've already had a heat wave apparently in the southeast, and as you can see here, we're up to 25 degrees Fahrenheit above average, which is just insane. Let's see if there's anything here that catches my eye. Okay, but this right here is where it gets insane. We're talking 30 degrees Fahrenheit above average here in North Dakota is what is expected. And a widespread 20 degrees Fahrenheit above average. Like, this is the type of heat wave that could seriously harm you if you don't take precautions. We actually do have a bit of relief that will come, but not for North Dakota because it'll still be a bit hot. But apparently it's been a bit hot in the Ohio Valley too, and there's gonna be some relief that comes. The GFS shows that, and golly, it shows it being cooler. Here in Georgia and South Carolina, 25 degrees Fahrenheit below average, while you have 20 degrees Fahrenheit above average up here in North Dakota. So the weather in the United States cannot make up its mind. So, yeah. Anyways, that'll be it for today's forecast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's forecast, and you can share this forecast to spread the message. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. I will be a bit less frequent with my uploads for the next few weeks or so because there's a bit of work to do. But we'll see you guys in the next one.